The on-again, off-again love affair that has gone on over the past couple of years between the nation's third and fourth largest wireless carriers in T-Mobile, TMUS, and Sprint, is back on, according to multiple reports. But will it this time finally end in a marriage? That's the question market observers aren't ready to answer. T-Mobile CEO John Legere and Softbank's Masayoshi son, who controls Sprint's largest stake, haven't exactly been on one accord. But on Tuesday CNBC reported that both men have been in frequent conversations. And one possible tie-up being considered involves a stock-for-stock merger, a scenario that brings T-Mobile parent Deutsche Telekom to the forefront of the deal as it will emerge as the majority owner of the combined entity. Investors wasted no time sending shares of both telecom giants soaring. TMUS stock rose as much as 5.5%, while Sprint surged 10%. Obviously, this merger is something that both companies need. Indeed, they've done solid jobs on their own, particularly T-Mobile, which has found ways to not only grow subscribers but also generate increased cash flows, profit margins, while vastly improving its network. Sprint, meanwhile, thanks to its own subscriber growth, has become cash flow positive in a much quicker time than most pundits expected. But here's the thing, growing future subscribers away from larger rivals Verizon, VZ, and AT&T will be a tougher challenge in the years ahead. Both T-Mobile and Sprint will face uphill battles to compete with next-generation wireless technologies such as 5G LTE. And with both Verizon and AT&T now offering their own unlimited data plans, finding ways to entice new subscribers and keep existing ones will cost more money. What's more, the highly competitive wireless market is now showing increased signs of saturation. It's for this reason both AT&T and Verizon, which have gone on the M&A hunt off their own, have shifted their focus to better diversify their businesses by aggressively pursuing valuable content deals. Verizon has picked off Yahoo, while AT&T is currently pursuing Time Warner, TWX, a year after closing its deal for DirecTV. Unlike AT&T and Verizon, neither T-Mobile or Sprint possess the sort of financial muscle to pursue these content deals. As of the most recent quarter, T-Mobile had roughly $31 billion in total debt with only $181 million in cash. Sprint, meanwhile, has $39.5 billion in debt, while its cash total stood at a more respectable $6.83 billion. In other words, absent either company being acquired by a media giant like, say, Comcast, CMCSA, they both need each other. Just as important, regardless of how much sense this deal makes, investors should realize neither T-Mobile or Sprint can realize the merger benefits without the blessing of the FTC. And the FTC over the past couple of years has shown no affinity for corporate matrimony. And while it's encouraging that both companies have renewed their fondness for each other, out of necessity or otherwise, the risk of rejection by the FTC is too great for investors to not at least take some money from Tuesday's gains off the table. The views and opinions expressed herein are the views and opinions of the author and do not necessarily reflect those of Nasdaq Incorporated.